Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. Someone asked a question about waterfalls. Now waterfalls are like an interactive layered element to your page that allows you to use multiple, it was beginning I think photos with scrapbooking, but different elements that can be flipped up, and they're in a layered, they're put in layers so it looks like a waterfall. You know how waterfall cascades down. And that's what we're gonna do. A very simple one. Now, if you are using plain cardstock, you can cut them however you wish. I am not using plain cardstock, so it's similar, but I think once we do it, you'll see that it's really quite simple. I'm not doing the one where you pull and each one flips up. No. We're doing just the basic waterfall. And we are going to put it on our calendar page. Right there. So, the way I do it, which I think to me is the easiest way to do one, is to have a hinged top. I'm trying to pull out my scoreboard, my little mini scoreboard and my chomper. And what I picked out is, I have some little cut papers here, all different kinds, but let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. So 5 sets. Because I'm doing front and back. So there's 1, 2. Get past these. Do I have any of these that are landscape? That one could do. Because these are going to be landscape type pictures on here. Or the orientation is going to be landscape. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those will do. I mean, I've got all these things. I need to use them up. So that's why we're playing with them. I'll put these back where they go here in that little drawer. Just like that. Well, get them to fit in there so that the door closed. Okay. Now, I have these. I've got 1 set, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, these are basically 2 by 3. So, what I like to do with a hinge is I like to have a 1/2 inch hinge at the top. So, I need to do these, the 2 inch plus a half, so 2.5 inches. This may sound a little complicated at first, but it's really quite easy. So 2.5, 1, ooh, don't fall. 2, 3, 4. We got a little one here. Do one more. Now, I like the hinge effect better. Like I said, if you've got spare cardstock, or not spare, but I have just lost all my words. Scrap cardstock that you want to use that. But seeing how this is going in here, I'm doing this a little bit different. So the top part, see, we still have our 2 inches here, but I'm going to score down that 1/2 inch off the top. there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like I said, if you had cardstock you wanted to use, I would do I would at least use double-sided. I just don't have any that I'm messing with at the moment. So, but we're going to do it this way. Now, I want to make sure I got the folds on all of these. Here goes that one. And we go here. And we have our last one. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to glue this part down on each one and have them staggered so that they're glued just like this. So we've got a 1/2 inch that's going to hang out so we can flip it up, if that makes sense. So, glue, glue, glue. I'm not inking these. I am merely getting them down. Now, when I do it, I'm going just to the fold line, not all the way up onto the fold, because you want it to be able to flip. And if you put it too far up, it's not going to flip. See, I think I'm going to use that one on the bottom. See, then what I can do is I can fold it up and then set this one right on top of it. So that we have it, you know, going both ways. I've got a front and a back. And that's what I'm going to do with all of these. Put them front and back. Oh, that's not... My glue just is not coming out. Doesn't look like it. Make sure you get them. Oh, that needs... Yeah, that does need to be upside down. Because when we flip, that'll be right side up. So I'm putting that one upside down. Now this one goes right side up. This, it doesn't matter because there's no words. There's no definite up on that. Oh, some people may think it is, but anyway. Okay, I don't think there's an up on it, because it's laying down sideways. There goes another one. All right, turn this one over. And, you know, someone asked me, where did I learn all these things? And I learned them doing just what you're doing now, watching someone else. And there are so many out here on YouTube that you can watch. And if there's something particular that you want to learn, like waterfalls, put it in the search block up there on the, I think it's on the top right hand corner of YouTube, and let YouTube know you're looking for waterfalls. I would put scrapbooking waterfalls, because they would probably send you, they have me sent me to I first started looking at real waterfalls, which are gorgeous. I mean, who doesn't love a beautiful waterfall? But that wasn't quite what I was looking for. So, sometimes you just have to be particular in how you ask things, especially with Google. When we first got our computer, my kids were little. I mean, we're talking like Windows wasn't even out yet. That's how bad it was. I think we were still running on a DOS system. But one of my kids had a report to do on the White House. So I typed in White House. Yeah. Don't do that. It sent me to a porn site. And then you couldn't get off, because if you go try to back out, then they send you somewhere else. And here, I thought I would never get off of there. So be very careful how you ask for what you're looking for. Okay, I think this is the last one here. And I'm just going to match them right here. Just like that. Just a little tip. These things are what goes on knitting needles. And they're silicone. And they're great to go on your glue tops. I think I got like about 5 or 6 of them for a couple of bucks. That was at Joann's, but you can find them other places now that Joann's is closed. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to put them, just glue them down, just like that. Now, normally, I would just glue and glue, be done with it. But I do want them to stay. Even though a junk journal is not considered a permanent type of book, but I do want it to stay. So I'm going to put tape up here. You can just use glue. You don't have to use tape. You don't have to use... You can use whatever you want to use. Get up there. 2. Some of those on there that I would recommend watching. Charlotte Peterson, May Made It, are a couple of good ones. Just once you start looking and you watch maybe a video or two, you're going to notice on your home page that they're going to come up with all these suggestions. I think the first thing I did was I was looking for something. That was back when I was trying to do cards, I think. And I had bought a, let's see, I was watching Jen Evers, and she's really good at making cards. And she had this glue tape thing. I thought it was neat. It's a tape runner. And so I looked up. I did a search on Google on where to find it. Found out that I could get it at Joann's. That's when Joann's was still open. So I went out and bought one. And I used it. I was happy with it. And then it ran out of tape and I had to get refills. Oh my gosh, those refills are so expensive. And Jen had a store, I think on, or you just ordered it or something like that. Anyway, I bought some from her, and there was like, you get like 4 or 5, some amount for next to nothing compared to what they originally are. And then I got to changing it and couldn't figure it out. I did not have my directions right there. I couldn't find my directions. And the tape wasn't working. I couldn't get it put in right. So I Googled, refilling your tape runner. And it sent me to May Made It. So I watched her video and did it right along with her. And it was so simple. It was so simple. So what I want to do, I'm going to find my top one. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, where's the, didn't I do 5? Oh, there it is. See, what do I want to do? Let's start with this one. Well, when I went back on to watch YouTube the next time, well, not only was there things from May on there, there was quite a few others, and most of them were for card making. Because everybody I knew back then was making cards. I didn't make cards. I tried. I wasn't any good at it. So I'm going to try and figure out where I'm going to place my first one. That's always the hardest. So put it down. Now from here, the rest is easy. You pick one. We're going to take the tape off. Maybe. Take the tape off. Just like that. I don't know why I just threw that one down there. I do have my trash can right there. Put my glue on here. Now the second one is going to be a little bit trickier because you're putting this right under here. So what I do is I line this side up with the tab above it. And I want to get, I might have to turn this sideways so that I can see. There it is. I know, I pushed it up there. And then, so that goes right underneath there. See, and now it will go up. See, I couldn't find my pokey tool there for a minute. It has been one of those days. Okay. That one goes there. Once I get one side on, then the rest usually fit right in where they need to. I said, this is the easiest way for me to do a waterfall. Now, what I will do is we will come back, and it won't be today, but we'll do the, what I call a mechanical waterfall, where you pull the little tab and everything goes up by itself. It flips by itself. It took me forever to figure that one out. When I was doing it in one of our previous journals, the interactive journal, I think it was. Oh my goodness. I mean, it looked so easy. And, it was, okay, yeah, I can do this. If you're trying to learn something off of YouTube, don't look at it, and then turn the channel off. Look at it once, get your stuff prepared, and then go back. and go and do it as they do it. Which is my suggestion on that, because sometimes things are where we think, oh yeah, that's easy, we get in the middle of doing it, and it's like, well, what do I do now? Or I think, yes, she did it this way. Well, no, it wasn't that way. So now we have our waterfall. This is just simple and basic. Come in here and burnish these, because all I did was fold them over. Here, and then here. Now see, there, now we have them. But we can even go a step further. Let me see what I can find up here as far as washi tape. Do I have a ½ inch? Is that a ½ inch? Close enough. We're going to use this one. You can come in with washi tape and go over that. Now, most washi tape to me will not stick like it should. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to run a little bit of glue right down there. Put my edge down. Well, maybe put my edge down. Just like that. And run it across. And that takes care of that stark whiteness. I mean, you could go all the way across if you want to. I just thought I would do it just on the white here. Sort of decorate it up some. Now, by using washi tape, washi tape is thin enough that it's not going to put any bulk between it. So we're good. Oh. Excuse me, just a moment. Give a little something to moisten my throat there. See, a lot of my washi tape is just old. I started buying washi tape when it started being the thing that you had to have. It was sort of like going through my rubber stamp phase. I had tons of rubber stamps. Tons and tons and tons of rubber stamps. I had a whole wall that had nothing but, well, not a whole wall, but I had a section of the wall that had little shelves. And I had it full of wood stamps. I had a box of wood stamps. I should say a bin of wood stamps, because it was one of the plastic bins. But then what got me into getting out of them quite a bit was I had to move from the back bedroom, because the kids moved in, to here, and I couldn't have that whole room, move that whole room in here. I could have, it's just me. So this is where we're at now. We have our waterfall. Now, over time, if this is the way you want to go, these will lay down. If you just want them to stay temporarily, you can put a paper clip on them. Just like that. Just to catch that first one there. Because once you catch the first one, the rest are going to stay down. Basic waterfall. Although I know it probably didn't come across as basic, but that is the fundamentals of it. Now, next time I'll come in and show you how to do the one where you pull the little tab and everything goes doop, 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 doop. So we'll do that one next. I just wanted to, show you that it's, now if you had all all the same cardstock that you were going to do. And it's best to do this with cardstock, not just flimsy paper. And this was thin paper, which is why I put the cardstock in the middle. You could pull out your 6x6, your 8x8 cardstock. But if you're doing it, I would suggest doing it on double-sided paper, because when you flip it up, and you're really not going to want to see the white. Or you could do them and then come in here and smudge it with your dauber. Let me see if I can find mine. Or you can come in and you can just hit that dark area, or with the white, or make the back. Come in and hit the light area with your dauber. Make the white go away. A little bit of that come out. I said I wasn't going to ink. Oh, I missed one. I missed one. You should have told me. Why didn't you tell me to stop? I missed one. Okay, a little bit of glue. And then we'll come back in with our washi tape. There. Now the good thing with using other things other than just plain paper, as your pages, like we did here, this is the calendar page, I don't have to worry about doing what I'm going to do in the background. So that keeps that, yeah, that's one thing I don't have to worry about. But now I'm going to have to come back in here and do this. When you do your next page, you can feel that waterfall through there because it's taking up bulk. So be careful when you do this one that you make sure you've got all your edges down, because they do tend, I had that happen with the last one, they curled so bad. But there it is. Like I said, nice, simple, easy. It was originally started in, I think, scrapbooking as a way to have pictures, where you put a picture here, you flip it up, there's another one, you know, to hold a lot of pictures in a little space. Now, you don't have to use it just on a page. You can also do it in like a portfolio book. You can do it on the front of a card. You know, it can be, you can put this anywhere you want to. You can put a closure on here, like a magnetic closure that would come up, but you would have to put your one magnet underneath your top. I didn't think about that at the time, or else I could have done that for you. But yeah, basic waterfall. If you've enjoyed this little time to spend together, learning a little something new, give me a thumbs up. If there's anything else you want to see, please put it down in the comments. I do read my comments, and I will do my best to see that we've got it. We do a video on it. Sometimes we may do a couple videos because there are different ways to do things. So, but this is the way I would do a waterfall, especially if you have the thin pages. And by thin pages, you know, it's like regular copyweight paper. Then I would do it on a cardstock background. So, but if you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're not, please consider doing so. I'm trying to get videos out Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and where we used to have designated journal days, because we had 2 journals going at the same time. It's just whatever we decide to work on at the moment. Now, I got ink on it right there, but it's okay. Somewhere before we finish this, I'll show you what happens when how to take care of that there. So, thank you again for joining me. I will have the link to my Etsy store listed in the description below. And until next time, bye guys.